I like that. It sort of, I don't know, presupposes or it kind of hints at this idea that like things as they are will naturally develop in a healthy way, kind of an inherent goodness, so to speak,
Yeah.
to creation, to the structure of reality.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool. That's cool. I definitely agree with that myself. I think if we ask ourselves those kinds of questions, like, is nature is our nature, human nature, the nature of the world, is it inherently good or inherently bad? Um, you don't always have to ask yourself that question, but when you do, you kind of have to choose good, or it's very sort of hopeless. If the nature of the world is inherently evil, then even if you try to do good, you're always struggling. You're always sort of trying to make up for something. And I think there's something unnatural about that because if you're always trying to make up for something, you can't ever just rest and be, which seems like a lot of spiritual practices kind of encourage us, whether it's prayer, whether it's, sort of a mystic Christianity, or Buddhism, obviously Buddhism, meditation. They all seem to kind of point to like the ability to just be, which is what Rousseau's talking about, to just be without anything on top of it, so that we can kind of uh, return to that stillness, that original stillness that we come out of. Um, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know how much he dives into the Buddhist tropes, but it lines up with Buddhism pretty nicely to me from what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. I'm reading. I mean, reading this book, Emil. I think it reminds me of Eastern philosophy and Buddhism a lot. Like one thing he says is that most of the important virtues are negative. So the
Hmm.
idea
Like,
of
what does that mean? Like, how do you unpack that?
like I think he means it's not about do being good but not being bad. So and so
Hmm.
that's like that returning to the natural state or yeah, not uh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
not about yeah, counteracting a bad, but just not having bad things on yeah, just not a sorry, I'm not being very articulate, but not being good so much as letting go of bad.